What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Grind channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Masq or Masq, however you want to say it, a privacy and VPN-based cryptocurrency that has some really big potential as we head up to the next bull run. I'm going to be talking about why I like this project, what I do think they might be able to do to improve it, and so on. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you're sticking around and, of course, liking the video because that's a great way to support the channel. Also, check some of the links down below. We have a Telegram where we're trying to grow the channel and grow the crypto grind community. We also have the Patreon link as well. If that's something that you're interested in and you want to up your crypto game, I think it's a great opportunity for you. And we also have an MXC link. I'm an affiliate with MXC. So if you want some trading bonuses for first time sign up, check that out as well. It really helps to support the channel. Having a look at what Masq actually is, it's like I've said before, it's a VPN and privacy-based cryptocurrency. Individuals run nodes, and these nodes request different amounts of information to the original requester, and you get paid to pull that information and transport it to the requester, and obviously the requester pays per megabyte to the people and the node operators who have provided that information. For those of you who are a bit more technical, you might understand what a Tor network is. It's very similar to that, except it is in a crypto basis. If you're not too sure, stick around. I will show you a diagram on their website as well, just so I can show you how it actually works and the way that information will flow and why exactly it is such a special project. First of all, we're going to have a look at the tokenomics though. Market cap of only $7 million, so it is extremely tiny. And I'll also show you why I think it is going to grow to really, really good places as we head up to the bull run, and why you're going to make some really good money if you decide to invest in this project. Circulating supply at the moment of 25 million, but a maximum supply of only 35.5 million. Now, if you put that into perspective, that means 37.5 million people can own one of these Masq tokens. So it doesn't take much for you to see that we're going to have a shortage of supply very, very soon, which is definitely going to push the price up when this narrative takes place in the next bull run and beyond that as well. Privacy is going to become more and more important, and the tokens like this are definitely going to be well suited to make you extremely wealthy if you have invested now when the tokens are pretty cheap. Volume is a little bit low. I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's not available in too many places right now. So if you have a look at the actual markets itself, there's probably like 4 or 5 marketplaces where you're actually able to pick this coin up. And because of that, the volume is quite low. And also right now, we are seeing a bit of a lull when it comes to some of the cryptos. I think Bitcoin and so on are correcting. And for that reason, we're not seeing a big popularity in some of these alts and some of the micro caps that you would see later on in a bull run. Just here, you can see some of the places where you can get it. So it is pretty small. I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I do think that some tier 1 listings will be coming their way in the future. So all in all, some really good tokenomics, 68% distributed. So we've got a lot of the tokens already circulating, and even having a look at the fully diluted market cap, it's only sitting at 11 million, which in crypto terms is extremely tiny. So another reason why I think it's definitely something to be looking at. Moving over to the website, I actually really do like the website. It's pretty clean looking. It's got basic colors, but it gives a lot of information, which is not something that you see with these cryptocurrency projects as well. So it is something that I like to see. This is the basic browser, and it's got quite a nice dashboard. When you connect, you sitting over here, then it pings your information request to one node, and there's a minimum of 3 before you get your information back. And that's the whole premise behind it, how they are actually trying to keep it private, because it goes through so many nodes that eventually you're unable to trace the original requester. Having a look at a few other things, you've got the browser, which we did speak about, the Dmesh VPN as well, available on Apple, Windows, and also on Linux. So it's available in quite a few different places, again, making it easily accessible to anybody, no matter what operating system you're making use of. You've got the Masq D App Store as well, where there's a lot of different apps that are already available and a whole bunch more actually being developed at this point in time. And then what's pretty cool is that it is an Ethereum-based utility token, but you can also use the Polygon network to transfer your token and to pay for things, meaning it's going to be quite a bit cheaper and quite a lot quicker to actually complete transactions when it comes to paying for any information that you have requested or that you've provided to a requester, and obviously being paid in these tokens. Now, just a quick little diagram here. I did say I'd show you how it works. Basically, you are over here, you request any part of any information, around the world, whatever it is, you want to search for something on the internet. It goes to another node, says what information you're requesting, then to another one, then to another one, until the information is found. And once it's found, then you have your exit node, and it follows the same pathway back, and that's how you get your information. And as you consume the megabytes, that's your payments then obviously follow the same path and pay for the information that you are requesting. Again, having a look at the token itself and the utility behind it, it is basically going to be a payment token for information that you are consuming. Again, what I have said here is that it's available on Polygon, and this is basically how your transactions will work. So you request for data, it hops around a minimum of 3 nodes until you get your information, and once it hits the exit node, then that's where payments start to happen. Information comes back, and then your payment gets made to the different node operators. And actually operating a node is not that difficult on this network as well, and it's actually quite a cool way to earn some passive income. I haven't really looked into it all that much, but I do know that it's not too difficult and it's not too intensive. So if it is something that interests you, go ahead, check it out, do some research, and perhaps you can become an operator on the Masq network as well. Obviously, everybody who becomes a node operator increases that privacy even more, and that just helps everybody who wants to make use of this. Lastly, jumping onto the actual social, I've got a pretty small following of 11,000 followers. Now, why I say that's surprising, and this is actually quite a great project. And if you have such a small amount of people following this, it means that not many people are talking about it, which gives you an early opportunity to get in and actually make some pretty good gains. I don't see too much wrong with this project. The only thing that does probably slightly concern me, and it seems to be a trend within these privacy sort of cryptos, is that the team has decided to make themselves anonymous. They do have some people who are like the spokespersons for the project, so there are people available, but we don't know too much about the team behind it. So that's my only real red flag when it comes to this project. I do see a lot of upside with very little downside. So in terms of investing, I would say that it's going on my watch list for now. I'm not going to be getting into it. I do think that it is a pretty good buy point, but because there's no team, it does slightly concern me, although at the end of the day, it's how much risk you want to take on. So if you want to get into this project, make sure you're doing your own research. I might get into this at some point in time. My portfolio is starting to become pretty bloated and I don't want to have too many coins. But if I do see that it's a good buy opportunity, I might not necessarily buy in, but of course I'll be notifying my Patreons first. Again, like I said, check out the Patreon. There's something for everybody, whether it's getting my videos early, having a one-on-one consultation with me about your crypto journey. It's really the best way for you to up your game. Lastly, just finishing off on their actual social site here, you can see that they've partnered up with QuickSwap. That was one of their more recent ones. They are very active. This is something that I liked as well, where they say they're first in the Web3 space to bring all of these together in one place. So they do have a lot to offer, and there's a lot of utility behind the coin. So again, like I said, my final verdict, it's going on my watch list, not something I'm going to be picking up just yet, but if I do see that it's a comfortable buy, I will be letting my Patreons know first before everybody else on Twitter, possibly making another video about it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.